The fetus is incompatible with your body.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets Seth podcast, where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
I knew you were going to do that one to me.
Oh, it's a gem. It's a good line.
It's solid.
Poorly delivered. I think as some of the actors get slightly better at acting in the movie we're about to talk about the trailer for, he gets worse, specifically.
Just kind of downgrades. He's like, you know what? I'm already got that money, so I don't need to worry about acting anymore.
Starts phoning it in.
Yeah. I was locked into 5 movies from the beginning, so I'm good.
Anyway.
So here we are, a new year, right?
Yeah, a new year, new us.
New us. We've got our
Same
resolutions.
us,
Yeah, no, same us. Yeah, there's no resolutions. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This podcast's not going to start flossing. So, new year, we got a new movie and a new teardown, obviously.
Happy New Year to all our listeners.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Glad you made it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you did.
Yeah, hopefully you spent all of 2021 with us.
We threatened this towards the end of 2021, but we're revisiting a beloved franchise. And as always, we're going to start with it. This will be a trailer trash episode. Yeah, I don't know, Jared. Why don't you just say it? What are we doing?
Well, we're doing the Twilight Saga again, but this time Breaking Dawn Part 1. We're not doing them in order.
Call it the ITMT order. So if everyone remembers, we did Part 2, right?
Yep.
And then we're doing Part 4 because those are the two that landed under 30% Rotten Tomatoes.
So as everyone knows, the ITMT cut of the Twilight Saga is Part 2, Part 4, Part 3, Part 5, Part 1.
Hopefully you wrote that down.
It's the correct way to watch the Twilight Saga.
It's the Bella's journey, I like to think of it.
So in case you haven't seen this movie, which I pray for you haven't, the gist here, the log line is we're going with the Quillettes close in on expecting parents, Edward and Bella, whose unborn child poses a threat to the wolf pack and the townspeople of Forks, which I don't really see how it poses a threat to the townspeople or the wolves, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand what
poses more of a threat. Yeah, is there?
It's a baby.
What possible harm could a baby do? Right.
I don't care for it, but you remember all of these characters, right? The Quillettes, the Wolfpack crew.
Yeah. So I haven't seen any of these movies at all. It was in Part 2. So I kind of just piecing things together. But I remember Bella and Edward and Wolf Kid.
I don't think you missed much in Part 3 because if I remember correctly, they were just preparing for the wedding.
Yeah, that was Eclipse. Yeah, so there's 2-hour prep for a wedding.
I believe so.
I mean, weddings do take a long time. So, I mean, there's a lot of work goes into them.
Yeah, so I've heard.
So, fan service.
Next segment?
Yeah. Fan service.
We don't have any.
Okay.
So send us an email. thismeetstat@gmail.com. Easy peasy.
You can just send us a Happy New Year.
Send us a photo of your pet or your child, like a Christmas card, but a New Year's card.
Yeah, no, don't.
Not like a weird one, just like a Christmas card. Like I said, come on, buddy. It's not that kind of show.
I don't think it is either. It's just the way you say things sometimes just come off as weird. That's all.
We're not doing phrasing.
Go back to the tape.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about the movie instead? The trailer.
Let's get into this. So we just start right off the bat with some river, beautiful river in Washington, I assume. Yeah. We're still in Washington.
Say what you will about Twilight in general, but always great scenery.
And we get a voiceover while we're seeing the river. Someone saying, "You ready?" And then a woman saying softly, "I think is."
She says yes, but
in a very brooding kind of tone,
And the music is very tense and quiet and dramatic, and we're building up to something because that's when the heartbeats start.
Yeah, which. If you can't piece it all together with that, it all ties in at the end. But then we cut to the wedding party. I think it's the Collins, right?
Yeah, not the wedding party. These are the wedding guests.
Oh, sorry. The wedding guests. And they're at the wedding. They're all hanging out in chairs, sitting outside. It's beautiful. Yep. The Collin gang is back, right? We got everyone dressed to the nines, kind of ready to go.
Thais' dream wedding. This is how she wants us to get married someday.
Vampires with vampires?
Yes. Sparkly people in the front row. Yep. And in a forest.
Can we get all the sparkly people in the front row, please? Well, yeah, you'd be in got to be in a forest, so there's the tree to cover the sunlight too. Okay, that all makes sense. That checks
Who
out.
Among you is the sparkliest?
Please come forward. Then we cut to Bella and Dad, right?
Yep.
Mr. Swan,
Officer Swan,
Officer
Sheriff Swan, I believe.
Sheriff Swan to you.
they're like super dressed up, like they're in a tux and stuff.
And does she say, just don't let me fall?
She says, don't let me fall, Dad. And he says, never, because, aw.
And then
Some entertainment.
Yeah. Some entertainment.
Way to spoil a moment.
Kind of a new logo too, like a reddish color going on, I think, just to match the movie, maybe. I don't know what that's all about, but
I think they took all the Twilight money and invested in logo animation.
And then the music is like kind of changes to like the sparkly kind of opening music to like this on a very special episode of the Twilight Saga.
Yes, it's like Hallmark movie kind of music.
Yeah, or like we're all going to learn a lesson or something. And then, music cuts to kind of being a little bit happier, but we cut to kind of slow cuts of Bella's back of her head. We get her and Dad walking down the aisle. We get Edward's voiceover, his last rites, or what do they call those things?
Yep, his last rites, vows. I think
pledge of allegiance to marriage, whatever.
Yep.
And she responds a little for better or worse. And then we get a quick shot of them holding arms and a quick wide shot of the wedding party or wedding gathering. Right?
Yeah. Well, we zoom in on the giant rock on her hand first. And then
come on, you gotta, right?
Come on.
Gotta show off the rock, right? And the music starts smiling and then it's kind of maximum cheesiness. And then we get a close up of Bella, close up of Edward. He's still looking pretty sickly. And then hold.
I mean, he looks good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
So, less sickly than usual.
His shirt's on, so that's a plus.
Right.
Yeah, so to love, to cherish. And then there's a big, long pause. As long as we both shall live.
So dramatic.
Come on.
I mean, the wedding is for living people too, Russ. Like, the dad's here, so you can't.
But I mean, that's a sign, right? Like, she's got to get.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. And everyone claps because it's that kind of thing. And then we cut to, like, the reception, presumably, right? It's like nighttime all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're at the Cullen home, that dope ass house they've got, or is that somewhere else?
I don't. It could be at their house. Like, I don't remember if the reception's at their house or a venue or something.
Just a really modern, square-looking building with a lot of windows, which that's cool.
Yeah, like their house. Yeah, so probably the house. They cut through the crowd towards the car. Everybody's still clapping and cheering because it's a celebration.
Yeah.
And Jacob starts remarking. This is the first time we hear of Jacob about how this is how he'll remember her, which is alive. He's like, yeah, heart beating.
Yeah.
Warm.
Jaw line or something. Does he say something about her jaw or cheekbones?
Yeah, probably.
It's kind of weird. It's like, what? Cheekbones high. You're warm. Like, what? What?
Stupid. And
he's like, I think I should be used to saying goodbye to you or something dramatic.
That's about it. Yeah.
Cue the tears. Let me move on. Let me cut to Bella kind of looking longingly out a car window, driving in a car, and then we get our first title card, right? And
on November 18th.
It's like, it's nothing special, it's just giving us a date.
Okay. I think these came out, like every year for 5 years in a row on Thanksgiving?
Something like that. We were terrorized for 5 years straight with these movies. Yeah, November 18th. I'm surprised they didn't go with the old, you're invited to a special occasion.
A cinematic experience.
Yeah, we get the worldwide later, so we'll touch on that.
That's true.
Then we get a shot of a beach shoreline, kind of nighttime. Then we get a shot of a boat. So
I think they do a little boat traveling.
I'm guessing it's honeymoon. Looks like a honeymoon. I don't know.
Yes.
Gonna guess honeymoon.
You're exactly right. Spot on.
Nailed it. And a shot of, a couple of shots in a row here. Edward picking up his new bride there. They're in, looks like a new, different home with a lot of glass and plants.
Fancy honeymoon house. Yeah.
Bella touching the curtains. It's like, she's like, oh, I wonder if I can order these online. Edward kind of giving his face, like his lip is kind of hanging up like a Elvis kind of thing.
Yeah, he does do like a lip thing.
Like is he like he's a fish with like a hook on his lip, just kind of tugging a little bit.
Thank you very much.
And then we get some power sexy time, like
power sex. Yeah, you're right.
Destroying the bed,
not just like unmaking the sheets, like destruction of the wooden frame.
Like you're not getting the deposit back, kind of level. Yeah. You're gonna get like a 2-star rating on Airbnb, kind of breaking things.
And a repair bill.
And then we get a new title card. Forever.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we got, because marriage is forever.
Oh yeah. Well,
right.
Not for everyone.
I guess you're right.
The promise a lot of
most
break.
People.
Yeah.
For the vast majority of people.
Is it vast majority?
Right? Isn't it?
I don't.
Oh, well. Give me the stats on that, listeners.
You're so positive.
Yeah, why not?
No, people. That's an easy promise to break.
No, it's Monday. Anything's possible as we record this.
And we cut to morning shot of Bella in bed, kind of hanging out. Everybody's kind of, very okay. We did the wedding, and everything's kind of like okay. Everything's going fine. Everything's okay-ish.
She looks like she has a concussion. There's feathers on her face from the pillow that they destroyed.
There's a chicken involved. You get all out of control.
Oh my God.
I don't know what he's into. He's a vampire. Wouldn't he? Right? He's got to get blood from somewhere, so he's not taking it from her.
You're right. A vegetarian vampire does eat animal blood. So
right?
You're right. Because remember that stupid part?
Yep. And then he drops the line that I'm sure every bro who maybe was dragged to see this movie probably said multiple times, but last night was the best night of my existence. Wow. Kidding me? Crushing it.
And then they like cut to kissing again under a waterfall, and
yeah, it's whatever. Who cares?
Whatever. So this is when we finished the title card from the last one, right? The whole picture
is only the beginning. So we're now at forever is only the beginning.
Which this is also, could have been the last movie if we didn't already know there's a part 2. Oh, it's just the beginning of the last part. So frustrating. So then Bella looks in the mirror and realizes she's very pregnant. All of a sudden.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, I think, because they're still in their honeymoon. Same honeymoon house there. So we've got Insta Baby coming.
I think it's the next day. Yeah.
Yeah, we got music is turning pretty dark. Insta Baby is coming, and then this is when we get here.
It's impossible. The baby kicks, and Edward's like all looking concerned.
Yep.
And we get Dr. Carlisle giving us the news that the fetus is incompatible with your body. It's too strong, too fast growing. Okay.
These things happen,
Yeah, of course. Everyone should know that.
As we know right now, she's just a normal, right? Earth girl.
Exactly.
Haven't vampires and normal people been hooking up for a long time? Have we seen this before? Like they've been around for a long time. Like they've had to have run into, wouldn't they have done their research on this and been like,
nope.
Okay.
I believe, if I remember correctly, they either don't explain it at all, or this is like a super rare special thing that's happening. That's definitely like what they say a bunch of in general, but I can't remember if it's specifically addressing historical vampire on living person sexual relations or not.
Okay.
Hard to say.
Okay.
Hard to say.
Yeah, all right.
But either way, definitely you would assume that. I mean, maybe they had sex with people and then killed them immediately afterwards. So like you don't even know.
It just feels like, someone's had to run into this at some point, but she's special. So which we won't find out.
It's not that kind of story where we learn things about
no.
The lore. Yeah.
We get a bunch of quick shots of Bella not looking too hot. Edward saying dumb science stuff like it's crashing you from the inside out.
Why does he have an accent?
I don't know. Because I just
okay.
I don't know. I just felt like
I don't hate it. Yeah.
Sometimes you just a feeling just comes. Yeah. So it's crashing you from the inside out, Bella. I don't know. This trailer is pretty terrible, so I need to make it interesting for myself to watch.
Spice it up. I don't think we have any listeners in Germany yet.
Phil Coleman, Duncan Shane. So then we got Bella kind of hiding her Bella baby bump there with her shirt, whatever. Because this baby has gone from, if you're doing fruit size, gone from like an apple to like a turkey, right?
Yep.
Is that what people do? They take photos of the fruit next to.
Yep. And we all know babies end up about the size of a turkey.
Yeah.
20, 30 pounds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, more like a smaller family, not like you're not, extended family's not invited.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. You can get like a 10-pound. You can go to right?
You can get a 10-pound turkey.
Yeah. Why not?
I had no idea. I guess that makes sense.
Science. Come on, man.
Oh, I just assumed that you get a big chicken at that point.
You get tiny chickens.
You could definitely get tiny chickens.
All right. So maybe it's an apple to a tiny chicken, like a roasting chicken.
No, I think you were spot on with turkey earlier.
Well, now I'm thinking about it. Actually, I don't know. Can you get turkeys smaller than 10 pounds? You have
This is important. This is really important.
No, you definitely can. They're called
there's no way you can.
No, yeah,
you get pieces of turkeys that you're like, oh, I'll just get the turkey breast, and that's like 6 pounds.
That's all right. Then we'll go with she's now at a roasting chicken size.
Yeah.
Clearly pre-cooked.
Let us know, listeners, if you want us to start that cooking podcast that we had alluded to before. I can't remember what episode we talked about that in, but
all of 2021, really.
It's gonna be a long year.
All right, let's get serious here. Then the doc here, Carlisle, right? That's his name, Carlisle. He drops some serious information. He's like, "Your heart will give up before you can deliver."
Sorry. I hate this movie. I forgot.
Yeah, can't wait.
So then we cut to Bella does her best concerned face, which is what she does most of this movie.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. And then we cut to the forest with the highway, and I think it's Jacob on a motorcycle, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's someone on a motor scooter cruising along the highway there.
Yeah, must be Jacob, because then Jacob shows up.
Yeah. And then he gets all angry. He's just like,
this.
Yeah, you did this to her. Yelling at Edward. And Edward's just like, dude, back off, like, man.
That's how sex works, bro.
Yeah.
Of course I did this to her.
Sorry, bro. All right, and then we get Alice, right?
Very dramatic.
Being useless.
I can't see Bella's future anymore.
But she could see it before, right?
Yeah. Yes. The point is, Bella is going to die. That's like the premise here. I can't see Bella's future anymore because there isn't.
Oh, not like, okay. I see. Okay. It's a little bit of a
You're overthinking it. It's not that smart.
Okay. All right.
She can't see it because it doesn't exist.
No, that's okay. That's smarter than me, I guess. I don't know. I didn't think that.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you saw this coming though, like the third movie, at least you had to have seen like them getting together, and then
I don't think she saw the pregnancy.
It's her getting preggers.
Special rare occurrence in the universe here.
But it's true though. She has problems with seeing her future anyways, doesn't she? From like movie 2, I thought she couldn't see, like that was the thing. Like all the vampires couldn't do their powers on her.
No, I think they can do
fine print. Here we go.
Yeah, there's like some amount, I think, because that's not just Bella. So it's also like her, and like when she says I can't see Bella's future anymore, she probably means like Bella and Edward's future together. Because remember, she did predict a couple of times. She's like, oh, look, I predict in the future, Bella will be a vampire. And the guy's like, oh, yes, marvelous.
Okay.
The Volturi guy's like a Mr. Burns stand-in.
I think excellent. Smithers, I think I'm giving up on the idea of trying to track any like the logic and science behind, you know what I mean, or any type of world.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I should stop. I just let that go. Well, I'll just let it go. I'm gonna do my best to let it go.
They won't explain it to you either, which is fine and also irritating. It's like, I want somewhere between Twilight and Lord of the Rings in terms of world information. Happy, like Harry Potter. Harry Potter's, I feel like, a nice happy medium.
As we know, I haven't seen it. New year. Maybe I'll watch it this year.
You never read it either?
Oh,
you're missing out.
I don't know.
Great flicks and books.
I'll be the judge of that. So then we get a shot of Bella on the couch. She's just not having it. She's not, and then we get a...
Yeah, she looks awful.
Yeah, she does not look good at all. Then we get sad puppy.
Crying.
Jacob, sad puppy.
Jacob. The werewolves are not psyched about this new development of baby, right?
No, absolutely not. And this is where we start getting the Wolfpack clan here. Sam, right? He's like, we don't know what they bred.
Which... weird way to phrase that, but sure. Who's they?
And I was like, it's probably a vampire baby, but
right, you like you think the vampire traits are dominant?
Yeah, it's not like it's like
dominant. Donament. Who's Donament?
I don't know.
Donament. If you're out there and you listen to the podcast, send us an email.
Hey, boys. Our first guest, Donament.
Hey, boys, love the meat emails.
This is me calling from Vegas. How are you?
Oh, hang on, let me light up a smoke.
Parliaments.
I like how Las Vegas Donna is from Boston.
I mean, Vegas is a melting pot, so really, it's
you're right.
She just says parliaments like that. That's it.
Yep. Soon to be recurring character,
Donna Mint.
Donna Mint. I don't like that.
This movie's stupid.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But that Jacob boy, he's answering with his shirt off. All right, Donna. You know what?
Yeah, cool it, Donna.
Cool it, Donna.
We all know how sexy Taylor Lautner is. You don't have to remind us.
He reminds me of my ex-husband. All right. So then we get a shot of the dog pound, the wolf pack hanging on the beach. Sam doing more voiceover. We have to protect the tribe before it's too late.
And Jacob's with Edward and Bella and the vampire crew and telling them that they're the enemies now and that Sam's not going to hesitate and they're all going to be slaughtered, apparently.
Yeah, and there's a shot of like Sam, I think, on top of Rock, giving like a little wolf pep talk to all the other wolves there,
Right.
Looks like his little speech maybe.
Yeah, gearing up for an attack.
Yeah, nice. Some awesome CG nightmare. And then we get some wolves just running at night, chasing something. I didn't quite see what. Doesn't matter. And we cut to Bella in a robe. A little,
Edward says, it's starving you by the hour.
Oh, is that what he said?
And,
oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And complains that, well, I'm the one who's going to lose you. So you know how the first couple of movies, well, you only saw the one, but you know how Bella's the really annoying one and Edward's like medium annoying? He turns into the really annoying one in this one.
So he cranks up, she cranks it down.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Bit. I mean, they're all annoying, but I'm the one who's like, he is the one who's suffering because Bella's insides are getting busted out,
crushed, according to his
baby.
according to his quote unquote science.
Right? But Edward's the victim.
Yeah.
So.
yeah. This is where he goes on with his like domestic verbal violence, yelling at her. I don't want to give him a choice.
Yes, exactly. Well, because she says you have to accept what is.
It's like what, and
which is kind of reasonable.
Yeah. And you just screaming at her.
Almost the quote for the beginning.
Oh my god! And then we get a title card, right?
Yep. The worldwide phenomenon continues. Great. That's what we wanted. Thank you.
Sure does. Then we get wolves in the woods, just running around.
More
Wolf
nice
bro.
Scenery. Yeah.
More nice scenery. Wolf Bro being like, get ready. They're coming for Bella. More wolves on mountaintops. We got Edward looking determined. They're not going to touch her. It's like.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a standoff between wolves and vampires outside the home there.
Yep.
Good old fashioned Street Fighter face-off fight.
Mild twist of Jacob saying, if you kill her, you kill me. Which, okay. I guess he's team vampire now.
He's team kind Bella, but it's right. Like the enemy of my me not Miami, right?
Take that again. Yeah, you get them all again.
Is this his enemy of my enemy is my friend?
I think it's kind of like that, yeah.
Right. He's all about protecting Bella. He's more about protecting Bella. It doesn't matter what cost. Even if that means teaming up with the enemy is what I'm seeing here.
Yes, exactly right.
Okay. And then we cut to shot of some snowy landscape mountains, right?
Yep.
We kind of fade into the he's been the kind of background bad guy. He's kind of like the Emperor in Star Wars, right? He's just been the Volturi guy, Michael Sheen. I guess it is.
Yep. Basically. He's
still kind of in the background, and it's still seems to be the same. Yes. I can feel the wolf flowing through you. And we cut to some random blonde hair girl just getting taken away by two vampires. It looks like to be sacrificed.
Okay, so you didn't recognize her either. I feel less bad for not having good recognition of people that are.
I don't think I have no idea who that. Like actress wise, I have no idea who that is.
She might be in the third one. Maybe maybe I screwed up.
It's okay though, because we didn't watch the third one, so that's fine.
Right, exactly. Yeah, listeners will let us know probably.
Sure.
It's not Dakota Fanning.
It's not Dakota Fanning.
Did she die in the third? No, she's in the next. I don't know. Who cares?
So we cut to isn't that the Jesus statue? Is that in Brazil? Isn't it? Rio?
That's what I thought.
Rio de Janeiro, right on the top of the mountain.
But why?
Yeah. It's the honeymoon. I think it's the same spot where
they like
right.
Well, they took a boat from Forks, which going to Brazil is the long way around, buddy.
Do we know that they took a boat? I mean, there was just a shot of a boat on a moonlight.
I feel like I think they took a boat to like Vancouver or some island off of the coast of Washington. I don't think the honeymoon is in Rio, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is. Thais is going to yell at me. Damn it. I should have looked it up.
I think it is.
You think the honeymoon's in Rio? Okay. That makes the most sense because then they're kissing in a crowd again, like having a good time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they cut back to like honeymoon shots here.
See, that's stupid because they've already done this. This trailer's so linear.
Mm-hmm.
I hate if they're going to bring it back to the beginning. I think you're right, though. They probably do bring it back to the beginning again.
Because my guess is there's nothing in this movie. So
I would argue this is maybe I think this is Thais' favorite because I think it's the one where the most things happen.
Really? I was going to say this trailer makes it feel like, like I'm eating like a piece of celery with nothing on it, which is
right. No, but like think about the last one we watched.
Part 2.
That celery really had nothing on it.
Yeah,
this one's got
that was like kind of like a rotten piece of celery.
Right. I hate celery anyway, but
I do too.
Unless it's in soup.
Right, because it's just a base stock item, which
right.
I'm planning on making a nice black bean soup, by the way, this week.
Ooh, very nice. Well, we can record an episode of the cooking podcast.
Yeah, I did a lamb stew last week. Came out delicious, by the way.
Oh wow,
lamb stew, and I threw in collard greens in there.
Oh, I can't get enough collard greens. Yeah.
So good. It came out so good. I'm gonna have some after this.
Great choice.
Anyways,
where are we going with that?
Celery, and this movie being like celery.
Right. This movie's like celery with cream cheese, which are two things I don't like, but it's more than one thing though.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of cream. I mean, I'm okay with cream cheese, but I'm a lactose guy, so it's not
right.
Can't
the analogy holds.
It still sticks. But it's not like celery in a soup where it's the base of, the soup. Because that's giving it too much credit.
No, it's like the base of ants on a log, but with no peanut butter or raisins.
Nailed it. Okay. And then we cut to vampires and wolves kind of fighting. Quick shots here. We get a shot of sad dad being like, oh my God, I'm useless. We got Broody Bella. I want to help, but I can't shoot things here. Broody Bella. Yeah. We got a wolf running through a logging camp because that's what they do in the Pac Northwest there. And I think Edward running through the woods with a couple of vamp bros, and just jumping across a ravine, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Then we get Sam and Wolf Pup there, Jacob facing off, because clearly now it's going to be the new. Right. Yeah. The music is just like building. It's cutting, and it cuts to like a heartbeat back from the beginning, right?
Exactly. Bella goes down for the count. She drops backwards. Edward vampire speeds in to catch her as she's falling.
Yep.
She faints.
Yep.
And then we get Bella from him, I think, right?
The whole gang. I think it's a whole calling gang just like around her as she's pretty much about to give birth.
Right.
To whatever monstrosity and or size fowl that's inside of her. Like
exactly.
Yeah, rotisserie
and then
chicken.
There's like a cut, like Jacob's giving her CPR or something. Like he's like trying to revive her.
I don't think so. I think he's just.
It looked like he had his hands going on a.
Yeah, which I think at that point, I'm pretty sure at that point that you're not gonna.
You just cut your losses.
Yeah, I mean CPR is more a show for the people who are there. Like I'm gonna save her. It's like no, you're not.
Right. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing. You're in high school.
Yeah, what are you? You're an idiot.
You're right. And then she screams, and then title card.
The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Very same.
Next title card, just in case you didn't catch it, November 18th.
What a trailer.
And that is a trailer.
So that's where I can't remember. Like, they might end it with what they end the trailer with. And they're just like, Bella, and then the next movie. But I think the baby is born in this one.
I mean, we're leaning into prognosticate with Jared and Russ. So
my bad, buddy. I forgot we didn't get to the segment yet.
That's right.
Now it's Russ and Jared prognosticate.
That's right. Okay, give me what you got.
So I don't
say what you just said, but again now.
Right. I don't think it ends with that. I think the baby is born at the end, and like we're confident the baby is born.
And everyone's just kind of like, all you get is the shots of him being like, "Oh, it's a breathtaking baby."
Yes.
That is the ugliest baby I've ever seen. Okay.
Ew. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. But I think that is the last thing that happens. But it's like I think the baby survives, and see, this is the problem with me prognosticating on a movie I've already seen. I think I remember the end. I don't want to super spoil it for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to cheat and go read Part 2's log line. I mean, she survives. She's got to make it for the next two movies, so she makes it.
Well,
or are we finally hitting she dies and the only way she can come back to life is by becoming a vampire? I've been waiting for this for two movies. Yes. Like
I believe it was
supposed to happen in movie 2.
I think if I remember correctly, you already know how it goes. I believe she dies, the baby is fine, and then the only way to undead her is to make her
a vamp. Yeah.
Right.
Which would be the beginning of Part 2.
Right.
Because there's no way Edward wants to be a single teen dad in this, in this economy.
Right. Yes. Oh my God. Who can afford that?
Oof. Okay.
It's the best.
I think I'm looking forward to this. I think this is fun because missing the third movie, I think is going to be interesting to see how much. I'm sure there's obviously new characters that popped up in the third movie that will be in this, but clearly they die. If that blonde-haired girl was one of them, she's gone.
Yeah, I imagine her head gets twisted off at some point. But
I haven't seen the Fanning there. She wasn't in this trailer at all, so maybe she's gone from Eclipse, which
she might have gotten murdered in the third one. Yeah, I can't remember.
You can do, yeah, clean house, you know.
But I thought she was in the fifth one, so I don't.
Hey, anyone can come back.
I don't think the Volturi are really in this one. This is like, I think this is like a.
I'm getting that
remind
sense
us
too.
they're there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is where you amp up the conflict between Sam and Jacob, the wolves, right? And then really showing that Jacob is kind of will team with the vampires as long as it means protecting Bella, right?
Yes.
Which I think is a nice build up to when the Volturi do become more involved as villains. Now you have werewolves and vampires going after these things.
Right. Yes. That's exactly what
that makes sense.
Is.
That makes sense to me, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And maybe even Sam and those boys are still alive. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna die. No one's dying, right? Other than Bella, but they can bring her back. Bella. Yeah, they'll bring her back in part 2, and then the whole gang gets together because he's like, "Hey, I need your help." Blah blah blah. These guys are gonna come in here and mop up with everyone.
And there's,
I could see that. Yeah, I got this. This movie's stupid.
Like, you get the gist of it. There's definitely a couple of fun surprises that I will not prognosticate on because I want you to be horrified.
In this movie or in the series?
Yes, in this one. No, in this one. I remember around the baby's birth, that's like, there's a couple of fun things that I won't spoil for you.
Yeah, don't make me have to watch the last 2 movies because I won't.
No, God, no. Yeah, don't worry. Well, the last, only one movie. There's only one movie left, right?
Is there 4 or 5?
I think there's 5. This is 4. We're gonna do 4 right now.
Oh, Breaking It On part 2 is the final. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Exactly. So you're in luck. You won't have to watch that one.
I mean, if it happens to still be on while I'm finishing part 1, maybe I'll just finish it.
No. I mean, go for it, man. But take notes because maybe we'll do it on the podcast. I think Love Actually went pretty well. A movie that people like that we did not. So
maybe 2022 is we're turning over a new leaf.
Yeah. Shout out to the last episode. I think we just lean into being curmudgeons and shit on whatever we don't like. Yeah. I think that's what the podcast becomes.
Then we can expand out from movies to all sorts of stuff, right?
Right. Yeah. Any kind of art, really. This is our art. Shitting on things we don't like.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is there anything else to say to this, or?
I don't think so. I think because unless you have any other predictions for.
No, I feel pretty good. I mean, this trailer there's not much. Again, there's like a wedding and a funeral, and
Well, yes, right.
There's gonna be.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's about it.
So
I think we're done. Might as well watch the movie and figure out what kind of nonsense we have to talk about for 3 hours or however long. Because this is a long one, isn't it?
Oh, don't tell me that. I have no idea. I didn't look.
I think it's even longer than the second one.
Oh, why?
If I remember correctly, I think it's like at least 2 hours and 15 minutes, if not more.
Oh my God. I guess when it makes...
Oh, no. I just looked it up. Just shy of 2 hours.
All right. Well,
okay. Thanks
everyone for listening and welcome to the new year of ITMT.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with the full breakdown of TBD Part 1. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That. And we're ITMT Pod on Twitter. And you should subscribe to us wherever you listen or follow, however it works.
And huge news from the world of Spotify.
We've been bought. I knew it.
Yep. We're on right after Joe Rogan. No. No. Not that good of news. But by the time you listen to this, listeners, Spotify is going to let you rate and review podcasts now on the platform directly. So
do it.
I know there's probably like 30% of you that listen to us on Spotify out there.
It's like 36, but not that I'm checking every day. But yeah,
who's counting?
It's about 36.1%. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, who's taking note of that? But yeah, leave us a review. If you're on Apple, you can also leave us a review. I don't think Google lets you do that yet, but
no.
Wherever you can, tell us how good we are. Tell me I'm good.
Throw a Yelp review for us, whatever.
Yeah. Give us a Yelp review at our place of business. Rate the dishes that we've been talking about on the podcast, maybe.
Right.
When we start our restaurant side hustle, we'll rely on those ahead of time Yelp reviews.
Right.
Or you can just send us an email. To also, I hope, tell us how good we are. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. And you can go, if you get the itch for more Russ and Jared, go to the website. It's thismeetsthat.com, where you can find all of our old episodes. There's blog posts, which have writing that is also the episode writing.
Like words.
Yep. There's a couple pictures of me and Russ.
Yep.
So, very exciting stuff. Check it out. We love you. Happy New Year.